Hey everyone, so today we're going to focus on the Phase 2 hype train, how to get on it and how to make all the gold from it. The first thing you need to consider here is as we start to look forward to Phase 2, what players will want to prepare and how we can make gold from them doing so. First up then is to maximize professions. So players will want to max their professions out and potentially start storing some items for the fastest leveling routes. The first thing this means is that trade goods will increase in price while everyone uses them to level up. This will be literally everything required for leveling. As a gold maker, you do not want to get caught out on the wrong side of this one. I remember the day before Wrath of the Lich King Classic pre-patch, I was preparing my 13th character for inscription, as I went pretty big on glyphs, but that's really another story. At one point though, I remember paying over 1 gold per unit on Peace Bloom, all the while knowing that yesterday it only cost 3 silver per unit, and the day after tomorrow, probably going to cost 3 silver per unit again, but I needed it right then for my plan to work. So do make sure you're on the right side of this one. You sell the materials at inflated prices. You do not buy the materials at inflated prices. Those patterns and recipes that require between 151 and 225 profession skill that currently either don't sell or go for very, very cheap will be an increase in demand since players will know they can get close to the point of needing it. The pattern for the white bandit mask is one to look out for in particular. Currently, you're only likely to find it in the boxes from high-level fishing, so it's not seen on the auction house very frequently. If you can, I would definitely try to get hold of it early. It only requires 1 bolt of mage weave to craft, as opposed to everything else costing 3. This item is brilliant for disenchanting, vendoring, and even just selling on the auction house. It can drop in Zul'Farrak, so if the Zul'Farrak solo farms are accessible at level 40, then it should be fairly easy to obtain in Phase 1 anyway. But if not, then it could be rare as it's mostly high level places that drop it. I'm looking forward to trying the Zul'Farrak farms as a mage in Season of Discovery. Living Flame should make it like a combination of the mage and paladin versions. But that corpse run, if it does happen to take you 193 deaths to get it, not pretty. Otherwise, you also need to look at any and all vendor patterns and recipes for the completionist among us. While people are leveling up herbalism, the level working herbalism gloves are handy. This is an alliance only pattern to buy, so it's one worth popping on the neutral auction house if you're alliance. And if you're horde, keep an eye out for it, grab it from the neutral auction house, and then post it on your horde one for a bit of profit. It won't just be the primary professions, people will start getting fishing and cooking sorted too. Low-level meats that no one can be bothered to farm that are used for cooking. The cooking recipes that require fish are from vendors, so round those up and put them on the auction house too. The fishers will need lures, night crawlers, and then bright bubbles. The fanciest of the fishing people are also going to want the big iron fishing pole from Desolus. Next up then is bags. Bags haven't been great a lot of this phase due to some insane auction house degeneracy. However, as we get closer to Phase 2 launching, we expect demands for bags to increase as part of player preparation. People want the better bags on each character, banquets, and all of their banks as well. The bags from Darkmoon Fair are easy to get to, but they are unique. The same is going to go for enchants and any gaps in gear. Definitely, this is a good time for those to get those craftables on the auction house and the enchanting mats. The demand in the run-up will definitely be peaking. A lot of players will have quested for gold during this phase, and right now, as they prepare for dungeon grinding 5 levels at least, they are likely to want to stock up on some consumables before they start. Thankfully, they have a lot of gold from all that questing they did, and so they can pay you pretty well for them. So consumable-wise, you want to be thinking about elixirs, potions, buff foods, and scrolls. They're all going to be super useful. Things like swim speed and water breathing are always handy, but the staples here are going to be things like mana potions, buff elixirs, like giant strength, and free action potions. If you don't mind holding some items into the next phase, then you can also speculate onto the materials for nature protection potions. Life Fruit and Strangle Kelp are super cheap right now. If Nature Resist is wanted for Nomagon, then they're going to be a great buy. Unfortunately, though, that is still an if. We don't really know that for sure. So you find the recipe for this in Gadget Stand in Tannerus, by the way. If you are off there anyways and see one, then it's always worth picking one up for the next phase for yourself and Then just grab a few to pop on the auction house while you're at it. So that's everything from me today. I hope you got some ideas now out of how to get the most out of the phase 2 hype train. As usual, I hope you found this useful, and if so, please do give me a like and subscribe. It's really, really appreciated. Thanks a lot. Bye.